Hello everyone, welcome to Square One Connect. Today we're going to do Pilates for men. The class is going to be focused on hip mobility, upper back mobility, and some good core work. The first thing I invite you to do is to see how far you can bend forward. So let's see with Dave how far he can reach by bending forward. Or just bending, see if you can touch the floor at home. So Dave, without bending his knees, he can get to his ankle. So come back up, David. We'll see if we can get more movement after this class. So the first exercise is going to be a standing roll down. For that, you just stand up straight, tuck your belly in, and start rolling your head forward, following by the neck, upper back, mid back, lower back. If you can't get to the floor, just bend the knees and touch the floor. Take a breath and roll back up slowly. We're just warming up the back, the muscles and the joints. Take another breath. As you breathe out, start nodding forward, articulating the spine, upper back, mid back, lower back. Bend the knees to get to the floor and roll back up. Using your tummy, pulling that belly in. And one more, take a breath. And as you breathe out, you roll forward. Slowly, slowly, one joint at a time. Yes. Keep the balance, keep pressure under your toes and your heels, and roll back up. Great. Next, we're going to sit on the floor across your mat with the legs crossed. From here, we're going to start with some thoracic mobility, so upper back mobility. So hands on the mat next to you, and you're going to do a side bend. So right arm comes over to the side, and you reach to the side, as far as you can. So you should feel an opening under your armpit and your rib cage. Take a breath, open the arms to the middle, and as you breathe out, bend to the other side. Breathe out and reach. Yes, keep the right shoulder away from your ear. Yes. Breathe in, come back to the middle. We'll do 4 more of these. Breathe out to reach. So ear away from your shoulder, but you keep the opposite sitting bone firm on the mat. And breathe into the middle. Breathe out to the side. Breathe into the middle. So some active stretching here. We don't need to stay on the stretch for too long when we're warming up the tissues. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Coming back to the middle. Now you're just going to twist towards the right side. So your left hand is going to come to your right knee, and the right hand is going to come behind you. Take a breath. And as you breathe out, you're going to twist away, spinning like a spiral. Around the back, breathe into the middle, breathe out to the other side. One breath, one movement. Breathe into the middle, breathe out and twist again. Breathe in, come back. Keeping length through your lower back. If you're finding that this is quite challenging to be sitting on the floor, you can always sit on a cushion or a folded towel to raise your hips a little bit more. And one more. Good. Great. So next, we're going to come onto high kneeling. So facing that way, on your knees, you're going to tuck the toes under. That's going to stretch your plantar fascia. If you're a runner, this is a good stretch actually for the sole of your feet. You're going to come into a low kneeling and high kneeling. Very simple. Keep going. Low kneeling, high kneeling. Okay? And what we're doing here is to activate through your gluteal muscles, your postural muscles, as I say, the muscles under your feet, and we're getting the core going. Good. We're going to add some arm movements. So from here, as we come forward, we're going to reach the arms up. And as we come back down, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades into a W position with the arms. And go up and forward, David. And sit on your heels and down. Good. And up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and up. Make sure your back is not arching here. Keep moving through the breath. So you're looking for your best kneeling posture. Arms overhead. If you are a swimmer, this is a good exercise for you. And up again. Squeeze your glutes as you reach up. And sit back on your heels as you come down. And up again. And down. And 2 more. Up. And down. Good. 1 more. Up. And down. Good. Untuck your toes. And let's go into a child's pose. So sit on your heels. Reach your arms forward. Good. Take 3 deep breaths in there. Thinking of lengthening the arms. And sending the air to the side of your lungs here. Good. Now we're going to keep on child's pose, but we're going to separate your knees wide. The feet stay together. So that's going to give you a bit more of a groin stretch. So your knees go as wide as you feel you can go. Feet stay together. And you're going to sink down on the mat with every exhalation. 3 more breaths here. Think of length. 2. And 3. Good. Let's come back to high kneeling. Okay. From now, untuck the toes. And you're going to step the left foot forward, okay? When you step the left foot forward, try to bring your foot further forward than the knee, okay? Because on your final position, you're going to get into that vertical shin. So you're going to lean forward. And your final position, you have a vertical shin, straight body, big stretch on your right groin, and then you come back. A bit of balance to here, so if you need to prop yourself, go for it. Hands on the hips otherwise, and come forward. And your goal here is to be able to keep your balance and get a nice stretch through the front of your right hip. Breathe in to come back. Breathe out to lean forward. If you're a runner, this is a great exercise for you, or a cyclist. Because this is going to open the hip joints. Good. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out and forward. So, yeah, keeping good posture here. Shoulders back. Think of a line in your body from the top of your head to your pelvis. Good. Keep your glutes active. So in this case, your right glute is going to be active as you lean forward to give you a bit more control in that position. Couple more. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, come back. And breathe out and forward. Good. Let's transition through hands and knees. So 4-point kneeling here. Bring the leg back. Okay. And you're going to do 3 cat-cows. So that's the cat position when you have a rounded back. And then you go into a cow position when you have an arched back. And keep on rolling through that movement. Breathe out. Hide your head between your arms. And breathe in into a cow when you look up. I call that one a happy cat. Happy cat and angry cat. Let's do 1 more of those. Open your chest. Keep your tummy active here. We're not letting go of the belly. Keep it on. Good. Back to center. And we swap legs. So whichever leg you were using before. Now we go with your right leg forward in this case, David. Foot way forward. Hands on the knees. On the hips. And you're gonna Lean forward, charging your body towards that front leg. In this case, we're going to bring that foot back a little bit more, Dave. So, and lean forward. So in your final position, you have a straight shin. Good. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out and forward. Good work. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out and forward. So looking good, straight body, active core. So with active core, I mean gently pulling the belly inwards towards the spine, and think of the pelvic floor muscle going up. So 3 more on that side. Breathe out and forward. Good. Come back. 1 more. Good. And back onto your hands and knees. Now we're going to transition into a Superman. Superman means that you're going to be on hands and knees. So square your hips, square your shoulders. Make sure your back has a small arch, so you're kind of in neutral position there. And without rocking sideways, all what you're going to do is going to extend the right arm forward and release the left leg back. And think of lengthening through these 2 ends of your body. Breathe in, put the hand and the knee down and change sides. Breathe out. Breathe in to change. Breathe out to extend. The more you lengthen, the more you activate through the center of your body. Great work here. So David is keeping his low back still. He's not rocking sideways and he's looking slightly down. So the back of your neck is long. So breathe out to extend. Breathe in to come back to the middle. Breathe out to extend. Breathe into the middle. Keep on looking down, making the neck long. Good. 1 more on each side. Breathe in, out to extend. Pulling the belly up to the ceiling now. And 1 more on the other side. Good. Back to the middle. Now we'll do some plank prep. So hands and knees, tuck your toes under. And you're just going to lift your knees off the floor an inch or so and lower. And that's all what you're going to keep on doing. Breathe out and lift the knees off. Breathe in. Very good. Make sure your back stays in that neutral position. If you feel strong, you can lift the knees further up from the floor. But we don't want to lose that control through the low back. Breathe out to lift and think of the movement coming from your tummy muscles. So the tummy muscles are engaging and they're lifting you up. Let's do 3 more of those. This is a great exercise to develop that upper body strength. If you like doing push-ups or if you get a sore neck sometimes from doing push-ups and planks, this is a plank prep. Last one. Good. And down. Untuck your toes, feet together, knees wide, and sit on your child's pose. Great. 3 breaths here. With every exhalation, try to soften your chest down to the mat a bit further. After your 3rd breath, you're just going to pass the right arm underneath into a thread the needle. That's it. You can look to the left. That's it. Good. Another 3 breaths in this position. So you are spinning the upper body around to the left, creating length through the left armpit. And when you're ready on that side, we swap to the other side. Breathe out as you twist. Rest your head. If you can touch the mat, just let it be. 3 long breaths. Good. After 3 breaths, we're going to transition into a Cobra. So hands next to your face, and you're going to lift up into Cobra here. Good. If your back is quite stiff, you can just rest your elbows on the floor. If you feel quite flexy, you can just lift up onto your hands. You can move the hands forward. There's no need to suffer with this one. Stay there for another 3 breaths. The key thing here is that your hips need to be on the floor. You're not a hanging bridge here. So hips on the floor, hands forward. If that's too hard, just get onto your elbows. This is a good exercise for people with low back pain. Not for everyone. Check with your physio. Come and see us if you have back pain. But this is usually one of the first exercises we give when people have discogenic back pain, which is pain from the disc in your lower back. Okay, let's transition to some bridging. So spin around so your legs are forward, David. And you're going to make your way down to lie down on the mat. That's it, just lying down. Good. Bend the knees a tiny bit more. Hands on the floor. And you're going to start peeling up from your pelvis up. So you're going to do a bridge. So you roll up through the pelvis, low back up, mid back up. Take a breath. And then as you breathe out, you're going to start rolling down from the upper back, mid back, low back, and relax the pelvis down. I would suggest, David, you bend the knees a little bit more to get a bit more traction. Hips, legs hip width apart here. Take a breath, and as you breathe out, start rolling up again. That's good. So David's doing a great job here at articulating the spine. So at home, make sure you're actually moving one bone at a time. Breathe in, breathe out, start rolling down from the upper back, mid back, and lower back. We'll do 2 more of these. Breathe out to lift. Go slowly and notice any parts in your back that feel stiff. Take a breath at the top and breathe out to roll down. Relax your back completely. Take another full breath. As you breathe out, roll up. Breathe in at the top. And as you breathe out, roll down. Good. Straighten the legs down and grab the right knee to your chest. Give it a good hug. We're going to add some pulses here. 10 pulses, bringing the knee to the chest. If your hip feels like it's pinching a bit, maybe move the knee side to the side a bit wider, so towards the shoulder. Good. 10 pulses, and then change legs. And then bring both knees to the chest and do 4 little rocks side to side, just massaging the lower back. Very good. Now from here, we're going to release the legs to tabletop. Okay, we're going to start with the more advanced version, and then I'll give you options to make it a little bit easier. Put the head down, relax through the neck. If you feel you're tensing the neck, I suggest you fold a towel and put it under your head. We don't want a sore neck after this class. So by keeping the legs on tabletop position, that's already a lot of effort for your core. So take 2 breaths here. And as you exhale, you're going to think of sinking through your belly down towards the mat. What we don't want is a belly that is popping out or a low back that is arching. So your back should be comfortable, or you might feel like, it's working a little, but not too much. And every time you exhale, make sure you're really activating through that belly so it stays flat. Take another breath. And as you breathe out, you're going to lower both heels to touch the mat. And breathe in to lower, to lift, sorry. And lower down. Yes, good. And lift up. And lower. And keep going. Now the breathing can go. We usually breathe out in the hardest part. In this case for David, is when he lowers the legs down. That eccentric control that we are working on. So breathe out as you lower. Breathe in as you lift. So if you feel that that's a good challenge, keep on doing that one. If you're finding it a bit too hard, maybe just do reciprocate legs. So David's going to demonstrate just lifting one leg and breathe out and swap. And keep going. That's a touch easier. The principles are the same. You're still working out, but it's not too much load through your lower back if you feel the other version was harder. And if this one's still a bit hard today, start with the legs on the ground and lift one leg at a time. There, and lower, and the other. Good. Okay, so that's your most basic option today. Now we're going to transition to the harder versions. So the next level will be reciprocate legs. Always breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And if you think you can even do a bit more, you can go double legs. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. Remember, neck should be comfortable. Low back should be okay. Tummy should be flat. Let's do 4 more. Open through the chest. Make sure you just get into the vertical line. You don't need to pass the vertical line here. That's cool. Okay. And open your arms wide and rock the knees side to side. Good. Let's do 6 of them on each side. Just enjoying the twist. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable and you let the back stretch. Yes. Back to the middle. Separate your feet a little. And we're going to do 4 bridges just to open up the front of the hips again. So hands by the sides. This time we're going to add the arms. So as you lift the pelvis, stretch the arms overhead. So breathe out to lift the pelvis up. And follow with the arms, David. All the way. Breathe in. Breathe out and roll down. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out to roll up. Breathe in to stay at the top now. Breathe out to roll down. 2 more. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out to roll up. Remember, it's a rolling motion today here. Breathe in to stay. Breathe out to roll down. 1 more. In to prepare. Out to roll up. All the way. Lift your back up. Squeeze your glutes a little if you need to get a bit more lift. and breathe out to roll down. We're gonna sit up in that position and we're gonna do a bit more tummy work here. So legs together. We're gonna do a half roll back. So that means that you're gonna grab the back of your knees here and you're gonna scoop your tailbone under and roll halfway back. So you're using your tummy muscles to support you in this position, and then you're gonna come into a high sitting pose. And then breathe out to go back. Good. And come forward. That's the easier version. Level 2 will be with no hands. Okay? And roll up. So here we're working out your core, but also we're working your back muscles, the lower back muscles that get quite lazy when we're doing lots of sitting. So keep going. Let's do 4 more, David. Think of that pelvic floor engaging. Think of the tummy engaging. Breathe in, sit upright. Try to sit as straight as you can, and then roll back. And we'll do 1 more. Very good. Next, we're going to do some boat pose or tabletop legs. So you're going to balance here, hold on to the back of your legs. Okay, and that might be enough challenge for today. See how you go. If that feels easy, you can let go on the hands and then hold on. And let go and hold on. And keep going. Let go and hold on. Let's do 4 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold it with your core. Keep your back straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Put the legs down, knees wide, and reach forward. Just let your back stretch for a little. That's it. Okay. Come back again. We're gonna do a second version of this one. Hold onto your legs, and we're gonna release one leg straight, bring it back, and then the other. Bring it back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Level 1, which is quite advanced already. If you feel you have the strength, you can let go. Good. Breathe in. If it's too much, keep on holding. 4 more on each leg. Last burn here before we cool down to wrap the session up. Good. That's it. 1 more. And legs wide. Lean forward. Good job. Stay forward there. Now to finish up, we're gonna stretch the hips. So we must spin to the side. And you're gonna bring your legs into a zigzag situation, which is, yeah, perfect. That's it. Good. And you might feel a bit stiff here, so make sure you're not hurting. You can bring your legs closer if you need to. And all what you're going to do, David, is to spin to the right side of the mat. Yeah? Hands forward and see if you can lean forward. And you'll feel some stretching through the left hip. That's it. Relax your head down. 2 breaths here. And then come back up. And spin the other way. So change the legs. Sit upright and spin to the left. Lean forward if you can. Lower your body as much as you feel comfortable with. Try to relax into that position. So if that means to put the elbows down or the arms, yeah, or rest your head, whatever needs to be happening here. And back to the middle. Let's stand up, David, and see if we gain any stretching here. So do a roll down and see if you can reach any forward without bending the knees. Touch your legs. Yes, so David's getting a bit lower. Maybe he gained 2 centimeters of hamstring stretch and come up. Well done, everyone. We'll see you in another Square One Connect class. Have a good day.